Hi, in this video we're going to cover the fast start procedure used by us at Task Group Warrior to get the F-16 Viper quickly ready for flight. Be aware that this method bypasses a lot of the built-in tests, checks, fire controls, etc., which depending on the mission can be a bad thing. It also presumes that the aircraft is capable of a stored heading alignment, so if it's not, we recommend that you do this checklist. It's just going to take longer for the heading alignment to complete. Right now, the aircraft is cold and dark at Air Force Base. Let's get started. Now, one thing you'll notice, we've got the harm targeting system on, and we're already stored up. If you're not, you want to get into the menu and change your loadout before doing anything with your nav alignment. It's very important, and I just want to stress it, because if you're doing a stored heading alignment, any bumping of this jet will ruin it. So don't do it until the stores are on, or do the alignment and then put the stores on. Alright, with that said, let's get this bird up and running. First off, we're going to bring our power on. Mine automatically came on because my HOTAS was set to it. If yours isn't, move the battery switch up to the main power item here. Then we're going to come up and do a jet fuel 2 start, move across and monitor the RPM. We need this to get above 20 because otherwise we're going to have a hot start. And a hot start's a bad day. You might as well just go get a new bird, especially in DCS. Okay, we're at or above 20. Introduce the fuel. Continue to monitor this. Should rise. The generators will kick on once we reach this 60 mark. Okay, our generator's kicked on, which means we can move on. Symbology switch up. Master caution. Won't clear at the moment because we've got too many happening. We're going to come down here, avionics, MMC, air station, MFD, upfront controller, map, GPS, data link doesn't matter because we're using mids, stored heading alignment on. Move forwards, left and right hard points because we have the HTS and the targeting pod on. If you don't, you just want the one that you want for the station that's on. Fire control radar on. Radar altimeter to either standby or out, depending on what you want. Moving up, uncage our standby, lower the seat, close the canopy, monitor that this is actually counting down, turn on our threat warning, 2 switches and like for our commands raw section here, our symbology up. We actually don't need these switches here, I do it out of habit. Come back, our IFF master switch here goes to norm. We double check our lights are where we want, turn our ECM pod to standby or OPA, and our XMIT mode to whichever one we want. At this point, we're basically waiting on the alignment to be ready, which will be in about 14 or so seconds. There we go, ready. Come back down. Move the switch to nav. Now we can go list, 0, recall, sequence, 0. Bring our Johamix cross onto the cross, PDC depress. Align OK. Release the depress, 0, 0. Center the cross as best as we can, 0, 0. Make certain this bottom one's centered on the line, 0. This bird is now, by and large, ready for taxi and takeoff. You can take the time to do things like your ALO, your steer point updates, get your bullseye set if it's not in the data cartridge, etc, etc. But this bird is ready for flight. Once the data cartridge is in, you'd also want to do a load of that. Currently, DCS does not support the data cartridge. And that's everything. Have a good flight.